Now we're ready for to brush it, and I'm going to come right back with that same brass brush. And what you're doing here basically is just brushing. You're brushing the wax in. Same way we did it before. In fact, here, let me show you this before I start. This is what the ski looks like now after I've got done scraping it. And as you can see, these are the areas that I've already started to brush, and you can just see how that's evened that right out. So what you're doing as you brush is you're getting rid of all the excess wax, brushing it until it's incredibly smooth. And I'm sure I don't even brush as much as the professionals would. But the idea is, when you're done brushing, you shouldn't even realize there's wax on there. You should have it that close. Sometimes there's wax that gets built up in there. And I use the brass brush the whole way. And then I'll show you a nylon brush that I'll use here in a second. But I'm looking very closely in any places where there's extra wax buildup. I'm just working it a little bit more to get rid of that wax. Anytime you have wax that sticks up onto the ski, that's just creating drag. And believe me, if you ski like me, you got enough drag as it is. You don't need extra wax on your bottom of your skis. All right, now I'm not quite done yet, but now what I'm going to do is there's crud on the edges, so I take this little tool and I'm just kind of breaking up on the edges. Just run this back and forth, and all that's doing is just getting the excess wax off the edge of the corner of the ski, not the edge, the corner of the ski. Now I'm back to this brush again. Again, as I'm waxing, I'm looking even in that groove to see if there's any excess wax anywhere. And I'm taking fairly short strokes now, but towards the end I'll take longer ones. I'll take this little pencil tool and again work that inside groove just a little bit more, even though I got most of it out earlier, just to make sure. You'll see that when you're down in there, you'll see some little places that you miss. Pretty exciting, isn't it? Try to take the last strokes all in the same direction. Probably those that know what they're doing would say that you should take them all in that same direction, but I don't do that. And so that's the brass brush. Now what I'm going to do, before I turn the thing off, I take a nylon brush. And this is the one that I actually use. It's a nylon brush that you can see in any ski shop. But you can, I bought this at the grocery store. And again, it's not quite as tight there, but all the brass brush is doing, or the nylon brush is doing, is polishing that. Now today, I'm going to go skiing in a few minutes, and it's a little colder out and fresh snow. In fact, it's lightly snowing right now. So there's going to be crystals in there, and you want to have less drag even more. So the brass brush is great for most conditions. But this nylon one will polish it so there's even less friction on the crystals of that fresh snow. So at the very end, I'm now going to take it with this nylon brush, and just all I'm doing it quickly, and this is basically just polishing it. And again, I probably don't do it as much as the pros do, but it just really, you'll see it really makes the bottom of your ski shine, because obviously what you're doing is you're polishing wax. And again, at the end, I'm going to go all one direction. There. That's as simple as it gets. Now, let me show you finally then. This is what the bottom looks like. And you'll see, you can barely tell if there's any wax on there. It just is nice and shiny. In fact, you'll see a couple of little white spots there. I'm going to come back and get those out of the groove. You can probably even do that with your fingernail, actually. But for the most part, you'll see that it looks just as looks just like there's no wax on the bottom of them, and that's really what you want. They'll be really, really quick, I hope. In my case, the skis are fast. The motor's a little slow, but the skis are mighty quick. So, hope that helps.